So while I was pushing it, the roots came out rather than my notch. It was pretty close. Part of the reason something like this is not preferred, if it's a one-tool option, even an axe, and here's why. When you have to make a V-wedge to be able to chop down here at the bottom, but notice we've essentially eliminated this whole mass between the tree. All of that by effort. If you have a saw, you're just using the effort to go straight through. That's why a saw is so much easier to use when you're trying to process wood. Another thing is once you get that done, that's where something like this comes in handy. Extremely thick, and you can baton through it. We'll get to that later. I am about beat with this thing. Let's finish it up for you. Let's see if I can do it. Ready? Awesome. There you have it. It's about 4.5 inches in diameter. There you go. So we're going to baton through this log in a minute if we can. Now the reason we go to all this trouble of splitting the wood, or we're about to go to this trouble, this is all dry. It's a little damp, but that's wet. So we're not going to try to use that half until our fire's really going. And even then we might not want to. For your entertainment. Decent amount of firewood. That should keep us for a good 3 hours, maybe 2, and more like 1. I wish I could say all that wood was created from batoning, from the Schrade Ultimate Survival Knife, but only the first log was. The rest has been used by the Trail Boss, lining it up there, splitting it lengthwise, or hitting it on the top, either way. So, real quick update. I've been only working on my bottom 3 layers. It hasn't been too cold. I mean, it's only like 37 degrees, 38, but all this energy is keeping me warm. So we're gonna light a fire before it gets dark and kind of enjoy our dinner and then hike on out of here. Keep you informed. One more, we got it. Bingo. That's what I had on that side of the log, because you see it went through. If they're on this side, you could easily come down and hit me in the leg. So, trick I learned from Ray Myers. Bingo. Now that is good firewood. Ah, money. I don't like doing that because I might break the axe handle. I just pulled the axe out, had my hand in there, it is wedged. Ow. That hurts. Oh boy, good times. Use that to hold it steady. It's still pretty dangerous, but I don't have my hand right next to it. And then you can split it, just like so. Now it's mainly used for a tomahawk, but it worked for an axe pretty well. Okay, we're back at the table here. Enough fun with those two. We're gonna head about 2 football fields in that direction where there's a shelter. It's the cleanest of them, meaning there's no mud when you first walk out. I don't want to get my boots all nasty. I know, that's what boots are meant for. But there's our stash of lumber we've made, and we're going to take that. The wind's picking up, so I'm gonna head over there rather than use a fire pit right here, because I'm worried it might rain. Or even better, it might snow. Yeah. It's a weird looking tree. So here's why I moved to the shelter. There you can see the last of the sun probably for the rest of the day. Get over here. That's all nice and dark clouds. That's what we're up against here in a couple minutes. I've already seen a light flurry of snow. I'm hoping I can walk out in the snow. That would be awesome. So we'll see. Talking about a quick weather change in half an hour. I think I've got a fire going. I'm actually being serious. It's been pretty struggling. I didn't have enough tinder, which I already knew because I was trying to get it before it started snowing. Lo and behold, we'll be walking out of here in the snow. It's pretty awesome. And I have some spaghetti and meatballs. Mmm. There's the Mini Bull Design Elite. Just want to show you, you never get tired of the blue glow of alcohol stoves. It's awesome. Especially with aluminum foil backing it. But we're getting ready to do an update here of what I've learned this weekend and getting ready to hike on out of here. Probably about the next hour and a half. I'm taking my time. So, I'll be back to you in a second. Here's the real reason why I was heating up the water, was to make the rest of my oatmeal, because it's so good this morning I had to have some more. Those are blueberries, if you forgot. So, turn my light off. Just gonna talk about what we learned today, or what I learned today, and we'll let you focus on the fire. Try to hold it steady. What I realized was, no matter how many times, well, I already knew this, but no matter how many times you go out, you can still forget items and still trying to figure out what works best, and maybe you forgot something because you brought something else. Well, of all the things in winter, I forgot tissue, so my nose has been runny. I'm trying to find leaves and twigs to, wipe my nose with, but you know what? Make do. So, what else? We learned an axe is good once the logs are split, but you still want a saw for splitting wood. So maybe carry both, or just the saw and a larger knife, but without a saw, it's a whole lot more energy trying to make something like this with a fire. If you're in a climate where it's really damp, you need to get to the center for dry wood. What else? We learned that you can never have enough snacks. Never, ever. You can never have enough tinder. You can never have enough tinder. We had dry lint and a bunch of pine twigs around here, but not enough medium-sized stuff. So that worked out. Got a rolling fire going. We learned, I don't know how well you can see it, those are water bottles sitting right there, and I put a little too close to the fire, and I should know this because I have a minor in physics, but when things heat up they expand, so my water bottle is just about to burst until I checked it, and we fixed that. It's all good. I don't know, what else did we learn? We learned it's fun when you come out here. It's been a long time since I came out, and it's always enjoyable. Nothing fancy said it best. You can have the worst experiences while you're out there, but you're going to have the best memories once you get home and you're looking back and seeing everything you did. So I'm just going to rather than make a few notes, I thought I'd just put this on video of things I forgot. But yeah, when you're pulling up your tent stakes, if you're using a tarp where you have guy lines out, I just pulled the strings in and didn't think anything of it. I left my stakes, and man, they're a pain to find if you push them pretty far down in the leaves. So pull your tent stakes up. Well, I'm probably going to start boring you if I just keep doing like this, but thanks for at least joining me. I don't know if I'll get a video walking out or not, but it's been fun. Learned a lot. I've learned several more things, and I'll just take note for next time. Thanks for watching. This is Dash signing off. Here's one last look at my pack before I head out. It's pretty well loaded up. Everything seems to be anchored down pretty well. Tell you what, when you're packing for winter, there's a lot of extra bulk. That is for sure. Alright. So you can see there's a lot of snow out there. And we're going to finish putting out the embers and we'll be on our way. So this is going to be my view for the next hour and a half. Pretty sweet. I haven't hiked in the snow for years. It's either been bad timing or the snow's already melted on the trail. Oop. Speaking of. Okay, so we know we're somewhere. There we go. So hopefully I won't get lost anymore. Well, I wasn't getting lost, I was just finding my way. Onward! We are in for some good times. I have to walk on this bridge. First it rained, then it started to be ice, now it's snow. So slippery on top of slippery. And I try to do it while I have the camera in my hand. Worst idea ever. Elevation, you can't tell. That's a nice drop off. See? Nothing. Will he make it? See, and then they got this log in the way at the very end. Alright. We are across. Mission accomplished. You know how they say roadway freezes before bridge? Well, it's because the cold air travels under the bridge, it's allowed it to freeze faster. This is black ice right now. Super slick. So I'm going to have a fun time going over this. I'm going to try to do a donut. Although it's pretty narrow, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just slide around a little bit. We made it back. In all fairness, actually everywhere is black ice. So I'm going to have a fun time going home. Alright, well, thanks for watching again. I greatly appreciate it.